Hey everybody, it's Monday night, and I'm going to give you a Fresh Book Festival update. Now, for those of you who don't know, Fresh stands for fiction, romance, erotica, spiritual, and health. Happiness, the H can be anything you want. Well, any of the letters can be anything you want. F can be fantasy. Um, you know, S can be whatever you like it to be. But what we want everyone to know is that we will accept all genres. If you write it, we want you to be at the Fresh Book Festival sharing it. Now, the Fresh Book Festival is held every year in the beautiful city of Daytona Beach. In 2024, it is 22, 23, 24 February. Please come join us. Our host hotel is the Daytona One, which is in a beautiful area of the city. You can walk to the $4 million facility called NASCAR. It has burgers and fries and a cinema and everything you would like to do downtown and music while you're here. And there's always the world's most famous beach where we would like you to always take a book. So please come join us for the Fresh Book Festival. I wanted to talk to you about a young lady that I interviewed this evening. Now, every Monday night, we interview an author because I think it's important for us to be able to give young people and seasoned veterans a video so they can share on their platforms and become comfortable doing interviews, especially when you're if this is your first time out as an author. You really want to become comfortable about talking about the book, the characters, how it all got put together, what lessons were learned. And those are important things to talk about so that the new authors and even the seasoned authors learn a lot. Today, I learned something about digital. Oh, I wrote it down. Draft to digital marketing. It's like I guess it's like a Kindle, but it's a whole nother way to sell your book. So this every day there's something different. And I applaud the young people who are out here in the publishing arena, making a difference, changing the way we see things, changing the way we look at things. The author I interviewed today is Shariah Brown this evening, and you can find her video on Zoom in on a Fresh Conversation, which we do every Monday night. But Shariah's book is entitled Where the River Meets the Soul. Now, it is fantasy. It is melanated fantasy, which there's not a lot of that out there. And it is about souls meeting up and crossing paths and being part of the environment and the river and the water and how we are really, as atoms and in this world, how we all kind of mesh and come together. And so I love the fact that she's a student at UCF, Go Knights, Shariah Brown, and she was so articulate and so passionate about her book, Where the River Meets the Soul. It is on all platforms right now, including Amazon. And, if you like fantasy, even if you don't like fantasy, it is a book that I think you will really enjoy. You'll learn to understand the development of those kind of characters is very different than romance or erotica, which I write, or it's just very different. And so you have to be very succinct, and your characters have to be developed very um, greatly because the lack of the better word, because you're dealing with so many other elements to make the book work. It is about 400 pages, but she has this is the end. It's not the beginning. So she got everything that she wanted to taste and smell and develop into this one book, and she's starting on a new book. So her name is Shariah Brown. She is also a member of the LBGTQIA community. For those of you who don't know, the acronym stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, asexual, and the plus holds space for the expanding and new understanding of different parts of the very diverse gender and sexual identities. Now, that's a whole lot, but what it is it is a part of a makeup of our community. Now, what I don't understand is that people way back in Greek mythology, women were not allowed to be on stage as performers. And so men uh, did all the parts. You know, they dressed up as females, males. And so when we talk about gender specific and um, finding out who you are, that has been going on since the beginning of the time. I don't even know why we're really still talking about it. It should not even be a discussion, but that's how I feel about abortion too. But um, that's my personal opinion. I just think that people should be who they are, and we should have find a way to live in nature and be good to each other while we're doing it. It's called Where the River Meets the Soul by Shariah Brown. And thank you, Shariah, for being on the show this evening. I certainly enjoyed interviewing you. So let's get back to the Fresh Book Festival. And so we are moving right along. We were in the middle of homecoming and the opening of the Zanzibar Blue. Shout out to Kenneth Hunt, who opened up his speakeasy this past weekend. So I did not, between homecoming and that and other things that I was engaged in, I didn't do a lot of work on the book festival, but we are back and we'll be doing more things. I'm featured actually at something called the Dutch Oven Night by the Authors Roundtable in Jacksonville. It's going to be in Middleburg, I believe the name. Well, you know, I'll put a copy of the flyer hopefully attached to the video. And my fourth novel drops November the 1st. Eyeless Diamonds 4. So look out for it. If you haven't read 1, 2, and 3, please do get a copy and then get your copy of Eyeless Diamonds 4 on all your platforms, Amazon and everybody else. But the publisher is Lee's Press. So this is a group of young people who have come out of come out to the game swinging to be publishers. If you do not have a publisher and are looking for a good publisher, please reach out to Lee's Press. These gentlemen and ladies were just so easy to work with, timely, efficient, working in the spirit of excellence. I can't tell you what that means to me. It's for people to work in the spirit of excellence. And if it's not excellent, it's not because you didn't try, right? Lee's Press, my new publisher. Please reach out if you're looking for someone to get you through the process, this publishing process. And so who's coming to Fresh? Right now we have Tony Bonita, Troy Johnson, Angela Ransom Jones, Curtis Bunt, Janice F. Kearney, Keith Kareem Williams, Sunshine Swinson, Robert Sessions, Yuli Shuckman, Jenny Nazak, Dr. Evelyn Bethune, Derek Triplett. I'm going to just put his name in there. He did not tell me he was coming, but he's never missed a book festival. I hope he doesn't miss this one in 2024. And of course, myself, I am an author. I would like to have a table there, but it's kind of hard to have a table and run a book festival all at the same time. So on the 22nd is our film festival. We will be featuring a female this year. She is seasoned director, filmmaker. Her name is Sandenise Myers. We are more than excited about having her here in the beautiful city of Daytona Beach on the 22nd of February. And then the book festival is on the 23rd and 24th at the Julia T. and Charles W. Cherry communities, educational, community, cultural and educational center in Daytona Beach. And so the website is open. It's www.freshbookfestivals.net. Go look around, see, and listen, here's the thing. If you're a student, you get in free. If you're a teacher, you get in free. If you're a senior, it's a nominal cost. If it's general public, I think it's $8. We don't want to make money at the door. We want you to come in and get all the resources, get all the knowledge, meet all the authors. Understand that if you are thinking about becoming an author, you can too. Everybody on this list that I mentioned, I mean, everybody will give you all the knowledge that you need and will answer all the questions that you have. If you are in limbo about writing your story, come on out. Let us convince you that the story is to be written. Oh, I forgot. My good friend Milton McCulloch, who is an author and a poet and a songwriter, he will also be there. We are so looking forward to 2024 and being our 13th year. 13 years. I know we're baby steps in front of some people like Curtis Bond, but I just love the fact that he has embraced us and will help us with anything that we need. He's in almost his 20th year. And thank you, Curtis, for not just saying, oh, we don't know who you are. We don't have to be bothered. But he opened arm, knowledge, anything you want from him, he is willing to give to the literary community. And I want to just take a moment to hats off to the city of Daytona Beach, where we managed to give away 30,000 books last week. It was amazing. The line wrapped around the community center that we were giving the books away at constantly all day long. And, it just brought tears to my eyes that people really are hungry for literacy. They're hungry for have books in their hands. They're hungry for their children to have good literary books to read. And thank you to everyone who put it together. Dr. Primrose Cameron, who contacted me, and the NAACP, the Teachers Association, I believe. I'm sorry if I left anybody out, but let's just say that whoever put their hands on that event, it took a lot of work. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of effort, but literacy is a legacy and it's worth it. So thank you so, so much. I guess that's it for me for right now. We'll see you next Monday. The website is www.freshbookfestivals.net if you want to register or just look around. And if you have questions for me, the email is freshbookfestivals with an S at gmail.com. My name is Donna Gray Banks, and we'll see you next Monday. We'll talk about whoever it is I decide to interview next week. The schedule got kind of convoluted because of all the other things that I had to do, but it will be someone that you will want to hear from. The book will be something that you want to read, and we just want to give a platform for people. Listen, it takes about almost 2 years out of your life to put the book together. So when people say everybody writes a book, no, they don't, because you sacrifice, your social life sometimes. You sacrifice time with your family, because once you become an author and those characters are running around in your head, the only thing you can do is put them on paper. And hopefully those characters will resonate with the people who are reading them on the page. And what do I compare it to? A musician, right? I was married to a musician. My son is a musician. and there's music in their head all the time. I remember when he was little, he was always banging on something. He's a drummer, right? And he'd say, Mommy, I just hear this music all day long. I just say, but you got to go to school, you got to get your work done, right? But we live in a different platform than maybe like a mathematician, right? Everything is math, right? Or a scientist. Everything can be explained through the science. And so we all have a gift. Just hope that you find yours, you use it, you embrace it, and you love it. Um, as I said, my name is Donna Gray Banks. This is just an update on the Fresh Book Festival, which will be held in the beautiful city of Daytona Beach, February 22, 23, 24, in the year of 2024. Thank you very much and good night.